Nation, it's Devi, and welcome back to my channel! Now, let's talk cartoons. This is my first Samurai Jack review, and I am so happy. If you guys watched my last video, you wouldn't. Oh no, I didn't announce it in my last video. Oops, I was supposed to, but I didn't. But anyways, I'm so happy to be reviewing this episode because it was amazing, like another fantastic episode. I'm still amazed at how good this reboot is. You know, a lot of people have been trash talking the old reboots, and honestly, I don't really love all of them. I kind of like the Powerpuff Girls one, but don't tell anyone. This is our secret. But yeah, this reboot, they got it right down to the T. Everything is good. I love it. So why not start reviewing the episodes, which is why I'm here today. So with no further ado, drop a like down on this video and subscribe if you're new here, and let's get right into this video. So I've watched this episode over 3 times consecutively, and even though I know what the outcome bears each time, I still stay glued to the screen every single time. Guys, that's Samurai Jack for you. This episode begins with Jack and he's unconscious, just flowing rapidly down the river. It isn't until the current flings him under the water when he wakes up and hurriedly grabs onto a log, which then carries him slowly in the river. Things seem to start heating up when a frog leaps from the river and jumps onto the log which Jack was holding onto. And then Jack's subconscious hears the frog saying, "They're coming." You know, they were mentioning the daughters of Eruku. So he resorts to kicking his feet in order to make the log go faster and his body go faster. But quickly he realized, yo, I'm too busted up. I do not have the strength. It makes sense. I just lay here, let the river do its thing. Whatever happens, just happens. We cut to a night scene where Jack wakes up and is still feeling weak. And for some reason, Jack still has the knife in his body. Like, why is it still impaling his body? Jack, take it out. Why is he punishing himself? He then begins a slow journey through the forest to find a resting place. But he still has the knife. Anyways, again, we see the silhouette of the samurai on the horse with green smoke surrounding him. And before, like in the last episodes that I watched before watching this one, I thought it was like something evil, you know? But after watching this, I strongly believe that this is who Samurai Jack knows he must become, you know? The valiant, brave warrior riding up on his high horse, with his flag flowing with pride. But Jack is running away from it, as to say he's running away from his destiny. So I would like to point out that it seems as if the creators, they were making up for all the blood that they didn't use in the past 4 seasons. Because this episode, it was so full of blood, like blood here, blood, another scene, blood, just take blood. Oh my gosh, I'm not a huge fan of blood, but I'm just glad that they're finally liberated to the point where they can actually start using blood. So yeah, you go, Samurai Jack, use as much blood as you possibly want to, no matter how crazy. Jack finally found an empty cave nearby where he sat and finally decided to remove the dagger, thank God. But after doing so, he passed out. We then cut to a scene where Jack is visited by Old Jack. We all know by now that Old Jack is just a figment / manifestation of Jack's thoughts and feelings. But this time, Old Jack is looking like an evil monster. It makes sense because later on, Old Jack revealed that Jack really feels weary and weak, not because of the wound he has, but the fact that he killed a human for the first time and guilt is now consuming him. He feels wicked, so his manifestation, of course, takes on the look of a monster. Through his manifestation, we also learned that Jack is having a hard time deciding if he should kill the other daughters or if he should just give up and let them kill him and end it all. The next day, oh my gosh, so much blood. Anyways, we see Jack is on the defensive after hearing footsteps moving towards the cave. However, it turned out to be the wolf from the previous episode. Oh my gosh, he's dripping blood too. I honestly didn't know this wolf was real. I thought it was just an artistic depiction of Jack battling from the last episode. But no, he's real. Here he is, bloody and victorious. The wounded Jack didn't even have time to question it or think about it before passing out again. Oh my gosh, he's losing so much blood in this episode. He passes out a lot. However, this time we get a flashback of when our hero was just a mere boy traveling with his parents in what seemed to be a carriage. So they're ambushed by warriors who quickly defeat the guards of said carriage and calls for the emperor to step and face his death. The emperor leaves the carriage and gives the warriors a chance to, retreat, leave, go back to wherever the heck you're coming from. But they choose not to do so. So he goes ham on them and start killing every last single one of them without hesitation. Unfortunately for him, his young son was watching everything and he was mortified. Some of the blood from the slayed warriors even splashed in Jack's face. Oh my gosh. So then Jack wakes up abruptly, then takes the initiative of fixing his wounds using a bone from a nearby animal corpse and a thin layer of tree skin, if you may. But I don't know what it's called. Is it bark? I don't know. But yeah, he uses that, he uses a thin layer to stitch it up. The following morning, we see the wolf, who is now Jack's best friend, bring a bird for them to share. Jack makes a fire and then roast it. This is so cute, guys. I can't. Jack was trying to use what looked like mud or tree sap as medicine for his wounds, but the wolf quickly nudges it from his hands and resorts to licking it. And after licking Jack's wounds, it then licks its own. And guys, wound licking is actually a common practice. I do it without even realizing. If I get a wound, my first instinct is to lick it. But it's actually a common practice as saliva contains enzymes, which makes it work as an antiseptic. It clots the blood, hence healing the wound faster. So later, Jack tries to fall asleep, but it is too cold. So the wolf cuddles with him in order to keep him warm. You see why I love dogs, canines overall? We cut to a scene where we see Jack is now 89% healed. So the wolf, which is also Jack's guide and spirit animal, come on, decides to take its leave. So Jack has another flashback as he watches the wolf go off into the distance. And this time it's of Jack's father cleaning the blood from his face, him being Jack, followed by a lesson. The decisions you make and the actions that follow are a reflection of who you are. You cannot hide from yourself, says Jack's father. Which these quotes that his father keeps saying actually comes into play later on in the episode. So this put things into perspective for Jack, and he now knows what he must do. Then we have another cutscene. We now see the daughters of Eruku, design on point, slaying. Anyways, they're dragging their dead sister to whom they show no remorse. Death is failure, says one of the sisters. Then they all abandon her corpse in search of the samurai. Well, then again, they didn't really grow up with love, so I could understand why they seem so heartless. So, whatever. Even though they are evil witches though, these chicas are always in sync with their formations and their attacks. I just love it. I live for their pageantry. They're just always in point. Oh my god. You can hate them for being evil, but these girls, they know how to fight and they know how to look good while doing it. They begin down the river in search of Jack. I especially like this one technique that Ashley used. What she did was take up some blood from a stone nearby and she rubs it between her finger as to test the thickness of the blood. If the blood was clotted, it would roll up into a ball, which simply would mean that Samurai Jack has passed here a long time ago, so they need to hurry so that they can catch him up. If it did not and it's begun to spread, which it did, means he is close by, he hasn't passed long. They then follow the river, as they now know that, if you follow the river, it's gonna lead to Jack. So night falls and they decide to take shelter. Ashi's like, you guys go ahead and sleep, I'll take watch. And she climbs up into a tree. I like how she has this leader role, even though she may have seemed like the softest one back in when they were younger. She's the Beyonce of the group, guys, and there's no hiding that fact. She's obviously the Beyonce of the group. They continue their search in the morning. On their search, they encountered a deer, right? So they didn't know what the heck it was. They didn't really know about other creatures. I remember one of them were like, Mother said there would be other creatures. It was a female deer, and it was soon joined by a male deer. So they were like, oh my gosh, It's Aku. Obviously, it's one of Aku's minions because the deer's antlers were shaped like their mask. So they were like, yeah, this is definitely one of Aku's minion. He's gonna devour the weaker one, they said. But instead, the deer just ends up using its nose and nose smuggling, what do you call that, kisses, giving the next deer nose kisses. It was so cute, but they didn't understand it. They were so confused. They did not understand affection. They did not understand love. It's crazy. But I guess I understand is how the high priestess screwed them. After scaring away the deers, they see blood on the ground and follow its trail to the part of the forest that would soon become the battlefield. They hear the voice of Jack, who is nowhere to be found, but you can hear him as clear as day. He was quoting his dad and giving the daughters the same choice that his father gave the other warriors whom attacked him. I find it funny how in the middle of Jack's speech, I believe it was Ashley who told him, "Shut up!" You know, like she was over. She was not having it anymore. She was ready to fight and just kill us. But Jack then rose up from the snow, and then the epic fight scene began. I admire how all the daughters actually attacked him all at once and not one by one. I hate when shows do that. Like, if you're gonna attack the warrior or the person, attack him all at once. Overwhelm him instead of you going one by one. What's the heck of numbers if you're gonna go one by one? However, Jack claimed the life of 3 of the daughters. Then they decided to try another strategy where it would seem like they fused. However, they were just very close together and extremely cohesive with their attacks. But Jack quickly slapped them away from each other. I was wondering why they didn't attack Jack while he was catching his bread, but then I realized they must have been catching their bread too. Then they aren't robots like the other or one of Aku's minions. It's a good thing Jack knows how to jump good, because using this technique, he was able to mount a tree and bring the battle to a single branch high up in the air. So that would force the daughters of Aku to actually attack Jack one by one, instead of them all coming at him at once. Jack, well played. Well played, my friend. Jack even got rid of his weapons. Below them was a fall that would lead into the forest and would surely claim the life of whoever fell to it. Alright, so this doesn't have anything to really do with the episode, but I just have to say it. Do you guys know TVC, the virtual celebrity? She's a YouTuber. Amazing. She makes videos on cartoons and so forth. You should definitely check her out. I'll leave her link in the description. But anytime I hear the daughters of Aku, especially Ashley, I think of her. I don't know if it's because their voices are a little bit similar, but I don't know. I even brought it to her on Twitter. It's weird. I don't understand it. Okay, but anyways, Jack quickly throws 2 of the daughters overboard, leaving one. Who? Ashley. They had a small battle before Ashley was left dangling on her weapon. It was like a chain thingy. After realizing she has been defeated, she begins an incessant babbling on how Jack will never escape Aku, blah blah blah. Oh gosh. So because Jack was the only one holding the chain, which is the only reason she hadn't fall, he was quickly over it and just let it go, let her fall to her doom. I mean, look at Jack's face. He's so over it. Unfortunately, the branch could not hold any longer, and it broke, leading Jack to fall to his doom. Also, so obviously Jack is going to die. This is the end of season 5. It was so fun. Aku won. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and check out my other video. No. Of course not. Come on now. I think this is leading one step closer to Ashley's redemption. It's showing us that everyone else dies except for Ashley. Now, why do I believe that Ashley is not gonna die? Because if you look closely while she was falling, you'll see that Ashley is still actually holding on to her weapon. And we already know that it can hook onto anything. You know, it was holding onto the branch before she fell, before Jack released it and she fell. So, I think that when she falls, it's gonna fall into the forest. The chain is gonna get caught in a branch of a tree in the forest, hence saving her life. And I think Jack is also going to cling to this chain or Ashley's feet while he's falling, and they're both gonna be dangling, and that's gonna be how they both live. But of course, these are just my thoughts. What do you think? What will become of them, Ashi and Jack? Is this truly the end? Please be sure to leave your comment down in the comment section, and don't forget to like this video. And the shout out of this video goes to Elias Martin or Elias Martin. Please forgive me if I messed your name. I am garbage. I'm so sorry. But this shout out took way too long to come. You are so active on my videos. I admire you. I love you. Thank you so much. Deviants forever. You're a true deviant and I appreciate it. Thank you so much for liking my videos and being so active, watching them and just enjoying them. Thank you. You make my day. And if you want to get the shout out in my next video, literally all you have to do is like this video, comment down below after you've done, and be sure to subscribe to the channel to become a deviant. We're a wonderful family over here, so why not join? Become a deviant. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching my very first Samurai Jack review. Go around and watch my other videos because this is the end of this video. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching my video today. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Debbie. Nice to meet you. I upload videos all the time on this channel, so if you don't want to miss my next video, be sure to subscribe. And speaking of videos, did you watch my last video? If not, don't worry, I got you fam, it's right here. Just go ahead and click on it, watch the video, like and subscribe, why not? See you guys in my next video, bye-bye.